how are you guys doing today? I hope everybody's having a great day today. Let me button this button up. I don't want you to see too much of the old hamburger meat there. Anyway, guys, how are y'all doing today? I hope everybody's having a great day, looking good, smelling good, feeling good. All right, guys, thanks for stopping in and talking with me today about some movies. Today we're talking about a movie from 1963 called Jason and the Argonauts, directed by Mr. Don Chaffee, starring Todd Armstrong and Nancy Kovac. Guys, if you hear any noise in the background during this video, it's my dog chewing on her bone. And you know what? I'm even going to let you guys see her for just a moment, okay? This is my girl, and she likes to chew on her bone while I am making these things. So I apologize ahead of time for all the noise that you're going to hear. I guess if I was a little more professional, I would probably do some sound editing or something, but you know what? I'm giving you raw reviews, guys. I'm not sitting here sugaring it up and candy coating the blunders. This is real. This is real as it gets. This is our conversations. This is me and you talking about some movies. So, you know, we're just sitting at the spot just talking. Today, though, we're talking Todd Armstrong, Nancy Kovac. We're talking about Jason and the Argonauts, the Golden Fleece. He gets on the boat and he sails, baby. So he goes out there. He gets this Golden Fleece. He doesn't. This is the whole point of the adventure. I mean, does he? Does he not? We don't know. The whole point of the adventure is to get this Golden Fleece. So we follow Jason and the Argonauts. But really, the testament of this film, testament of time, the test of time, and it still stands the test of time. Only time will tell if it stands the test of time, and this one does. The special effects in this are incredible. They're by the legendary Mr. Ray Harryhausen. This guy he revolutionized special effects, guys. He brought them to the forefront and made people go, oh, when they saw it. He did the same thing George Lucas did with Star Wars, only before George Lucas. You know what I mean? Like, George Lucas gave us special effects in Star Wars we hadn't really seen before, not to that detail and that beauty, right? Ray Harryhausen did the same thing in the 60s, baby. He took these giant statues and we got little people like this big to statues like that, maybe smaller. And, we got a giant metal statue chasing people around the beach. We've got, skeletons fighting dudes. When you're a young kid growing up in the late 80s, early 90s, you don't have the CGI and the internet and all these crazy superhero movies and all that. We kind of got what we had, You had your 80s special effects, your 90s special effects, but when you're watching something like this as a little kid, it just, all your synapses in your imagination start firing, right? And you start having these, grand adventures in your mind. And when you're watching these masculine dudes with these beards and armor and shields, and they're fighting, Spinal from Killer Instinct, and you're watching it really does inspire you to have an imagination, to imagine, to dream, if you will. And these are the types of things that inspired Dungeons and Dragons, the Forgotten Realms, all these fantasy things that us nerds love, that we're sitting there and we're, when we're teenagers painting our figures and, reading our fantasy novels and all that. These are the movies that we watched growing up that made us think, gosh, I want to go into that world. That's where I want to be. And that's what inspired Gygax and all the people who wound up, creating Dungeons and Dragons and tabletop fantasy games and all these things. They started off watching movies like this, and it inspired them to write the novels, to paint the pictures, to do all these things. And so I love Jason and the Argonauts. I love it. I watched it twice in a row. I think it's great. The first time I watched it, I fell asleep. Second time I watched it, I took it in like I was a child again. Because I haven't seen it in probably 25 years, guys. It's been a long time since I've seen Jason and the Argonauts. And so watching it again, I was so impressed with those special effects. Because if you look at them and you compare them to now, they still stand up. You know what I mean? When you watch them and you're watching it and you see it and you compare it to something you're watching today, you can see how they are similar. Everything is so similar in almost like the technique and everything. It's a beautiful thing to watch. And I'm a special effects monger, put it that way, for lack of a better term. I love special effects, but I don't like superfluous special effects. I don't like special effects that look terrible, that, you know, are unnecessary. I love practical. Y'all know that out of all the videos I've made, I've always said I love practical effects, and that's what this movie is for my generation. And for a couple of generations before me even, this film set a standard that probably was not passed until George Lucas made Star Wars. You know what I mean? So I really, really like Jason and the Argonauts. If you've never seen Jason and the Argonauts, this is definitely one you need to check out, guys. If you're let's say a film historian, a cinephile, whatever you want to say, if you just love cinema and you like to see things that really shaped cinema at the time they were released, if you're one of those people like I am, I like to see films that at the time people are like, this revolutionized it, this changed the game. I love watching films like that, and so this is definitely one of those films. So if you want to see something like that, check this out. I believe it. I bought it. I have a digital copy of it, but it's streaming on Prime if you want to watch it. It's worth your time. 2 thumbs up for sure. Guys, check it out. I just want to say thanks so much for stopping in. Thanks for spending a little bit of your time out of your day with me. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you watching the movies, guys. Before you leave, if you haven't done it already, hit that like and subscribe button for me. And as always, my friends, I am going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them. Peace out. God bless you, and I will see you soon.